Hey guys, this is Charlotte. The technology that I'm going to be sharing is a Web 2.0 tool called Wolfram Alpha. I am sharing this because I do have experience with it. A couple years ago, I created a really interesting, I think, activity for 8th grade science about how the ocean currents, the warm currents, the cooler currents affect the weather in different areas with the same latitude. So basically the activity starts off with a PowerPoint asking the question, why are their winters different? We talk about Paris, France. Just if anybody has prior knowledge about Paris, France, what they know about, how often do you think it snows there, things like that. And then we talk about Canada and what people know about Canada and how often it snows there, things of that nature. Then we show them where on the map Montreal, Canada is, where on the map Paris, France is, and also two other cities, a city in Namibia and a city in Madagascar that have almost the same parallel latitude. The lesson continues. We ask them, would you predict that these two cities have similar winters, and have them justify, and the same for the more southern cities. Then we show a quick brain pop video about the winters in Montreal, Canada and Paris, France. And it talks about they have very different winters, and can you explain why? And then we stop the video. So we don't let the brain pop explain the answer. So in the past, I have provided different levels of the activity for my students. This would be the lower level. There are guiding questions, and I have just noticed a typo. Sorry about that. And so they go through, but because they tended to struggle using the technology and interpreting, we provided the data for them. So when you go to Wolfram Alpha and you search in the 10-year highs and lows, average highs and lows of the weather for these different places, it will shoot you out an image that you can then copy and paste into whatever kind of document that you need. And so for my higher level students that were more comfortable using the technology, and I felt comfortable that they could go to this website, type in their data, and then interpret their data, I just provided them this list of guiding questions. So they had to go to Wolfram Alpha and look up, for example, the average low temperature for the past 10 years in Paris, France, for Montreal, Canada, for these other cities, and then explain what they think causes the difference. And they have previously been exposed to ocean currents, and so the hope was that they would be able to take this data and what they had been introduced with ocean currents, kind of combine the two, and then be able to explain why these cities that are at the same latitude have very different climates throughout the year. So at the end of the lesson, we did project this slide after we'd had some discussion, and there's this little animation that pops up that kind of puts on where the currents are. And so you can see that next to this city there's a warm current, which would explain its warmer climate. Paris, France has this warm current that's coming across. This tended to work really well with our students, and for the last little bit I'm going to show you how Wolfram Alpha actually does calculate stuff. So when you go to Wolfram Alpha, it's just wolframalpha.com, this search engine pops up, and you can type in, let's see, average low temperatures, Paris, and then search, and it's going, Then it asks you to disambiguate if you meant Paris, Texas instead. It's assuming Paris, France. It will give you a better search phrase, the search phrase it thought you meant, and it's using that, so you can change this if you need to. And then here, like right now, it's showing the current week. You could switch it to the past 10 years and see the average low is 34, or the average high is 75, the all-time record lows 9, and the all-time high is 100. So so the students always gave me really good feedback from using this, and I hope you enjoyed my presentation. Thank you.